Aquarius, the energy for you was just so incredibly beautiful, and I just feel like I'm overflowing, almost giddy in an interesting way. I just had this vision that I was walking with you through the woods, and it was this beautiful sunny day, but it was kind of like dappled sunlight. And we were moving, and we got to this parting between the trees, and right as we were walking through it, or you were walking ahead of me, there was this golden sunlight that just poured down, and you were absolutely dazzling. It's like you were made of rhinestone or diamonds and just catching the light and just scintillating. Absolutely beautiful. And maybe you are just catching your own beauty, this own radiance, and I really hope that you can feel this in yourself as you are connecting with this energy. And there's almost this sense of grace, like an otherworldly gratitude for life. Even if things feel hard or sad or heavy right now, there is kind of this underlying sense of beauty that is just, I hope I'm transferring this to you because I don't really think there's words that can quite convey it. This is kind of a funny sort of comparison, but the image of you glowing, it actually did kind of remind me of Edward from Twilight. Maybe that's significant to some of you, but it just kind of made me chuckle a bit. But it really is like you are so beautiful, and maybe you don't really appreciate it, you don't see it, maybe you even shun this part of yourself. So I hope you can really take this message in. The animal cards that I pulled for you, we'll get to the tarot in just a moment, but I actually pulled the deer first, and I really do get this sense of serenity. There is a new dawn, a new beginning, new life. Deer is all about fertility, and there's also this sense of bounty and blessing, something you are creating. And I really just feel like there is this sense of being at home, and this kind of does come up with one of the other cards that I pulled for you, one of the other animals. But I saw this deer and it really just felt like that golden spring hour. There is new life, a new beginning. This is the card of grace and centering yourself in nature, really listening to the world around you, slowing down. So if you've kind of been in a rush, if you've been a little bit of a busy bee, giving yourself these moments to ground, to center, because there's something very sweet here. There's been this alchemical process, turning pollen, turning nectar into honey, a very healing substance, eternal as well, and also that golden color. The color gold actually has been coming through in the other readings I've done today for Virgo as well, or I think it was actually Aries. But there's something that you are healing and tasting the fruit of your labor, finding that nectar, finding that honey. And I even have this spider, and it's funny, you know, these two cards are very bright, very green and yellow, sort of like the energy I've been tuning into, but I even see this spider. The image I had was like the web was catching the light and reflecting it. And you're weaving something. You're creating a foundation for yourself. Whatever it is that you are doing, Aquarius, it is creating a web, a net, that is going to help you catch beautiful things. And it does feel like there's something specifically actually to spider where it could be worth kind of looking into folklore around spiders, especially for your ancestry or lineage. There might be something interesting for you there. But I do feel like there's something creative, very generative, because both the deer and the spider and even the bee, all of these are creators. They symbolize life. You are weaving something. And maybe there is even the axis of life and death with the spider here. But it feels like whatever is falling away, there's something beautiful in it. Like you're kind of able to surrender it. You have this like holy surrender to you. There's even this like Japanese concept, and I think there's a word for it, where it's like the beauty of shadow. And we actually see this a lot in Japanese architecture, where in the West we're often about light and open light, a lot of windows. But in Japanese architecture, there's a lot of emphasis on shadow and the beauty in that. And I think there's even kind of this sort of pensive word for beauty, where it's like there is a beauty in sadness. But it's very subtle. It's a subtle kind of sadness. I just feel like you are seeing things through the eyes of the divine right now. You are seeing the pattern so clearly with the spider's web. And the pattern is just the way that I refer to the universe, or God, or source. I want to get into the tarot for you. And as I'm shuffling the deck, I just want to give all my love and gratitude for those of you who support this channel with your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and donations. I guess I'm also supposed to be asking for hype as well, so if this channel has ever been helpful for you, or this reading is touching you in some way, definitely consider hitting that hype button as well as that bell so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. And I really do appreciate it. It helps me more than you can possibly know, and it seems like my channel has been underperforming a little bit lately, so I think I really do need to kind of be pushing that. And the hype actually does specifically help smaller channels like this. So again, I really do appreciate it. If you are ready for this deep dive, whether you wanted some energy work or a personal reading, you can actually get any of my services for 15% off using the term or code Great Awakener, all one word, on my website, and that's good through May 1st. And you should be able to see that on my website as well. There should be a bar up there with that code, so you don't need to memorize it. And again, all of my links are in the description of this video. But what do we have? What do we have here for Aquarius? What are the messages? I think I need to be using a different deck, actually. What are the messages for Aquarius? What are the messages for Aquarius? Show us clearly, please. Aha. Okay, so there's actually a lot here going on with this energy, and I may have some threads here that are going to make sense for you personally, and maybe some of these are meant for somebody else. So use your own discernment as you are listening to this reading. I do have the Ace of Pentacles. There has been a seed from the past that I feel like is finally coming to fruition, and it does feel like maybe this has been delayed with the Two of Swords. Something that has been a long thing coming, a new beginning for yourself. I feel like some of you have even been in a process of stabilizing your life. And my cat just barged right on in here. Some of you are in the process of almost like grounding yourself again, or that's where you've been. Especially if there's been something that has come to a close, maybe even someone you've cut ties with. And there is a really specific message here, but I do want to say, Aquarius, you are looking quite comfortable and luxurious and abundant. Maybe for some of you, you've manifested a home, or you're just feeling more at peace, more grounded, more stable, more secure. There could be some money coming in as well. It feels like there's actually a lot of material growth at this time, which we really do love to see. And I mean, I have my cat Mama here just cozying up on my lap. I don't know if you can hear her purring. But I really do get the sense of you being quite cozy. And astrologically, this is making sense. This is a timeless message, by the way. But with the astrology being in Taurus season, there is a lot of emphasis on home and family and roots. And I do feel like you're just in a very beautiful place, appreciating beauty, able to surround yourself with beauty. And I think this is almost something that you should be focusing on right now. There's actually something in neuroscience called neuroaesthetics, which is basically the science of beauty, and how being in beautiful spaces, surrounding ourselves with art, with nature, things that inspire us are actually good for our nervous system. It's good for our brain health, and really our whole system by extension. And so this might be something worth investigating or looking into, or just paying more attention to. Now, I do have the Three of Swords here, so it does feel like there's been a loss, and it kind of feels like someone's missing in this picture, if I'm being honest. And what's really actually quite beautiful is that you do have the Two of Cups in the future, in the near future, I should say. And so for those of you who have gone through a heartbreak, it does feel like you are learning to love again. You're learning to open your heart again. It's safe to open your heart again. But I really do feel in my heart this Three of Swords, and it's okay if you feel that. I think some of you just need to make this pain okay and let it be there. Let that grief, that loss pass over you. Because even though the Three of Swords is a painful card, it is also temporary. And maybe there's those of you who are in a relationship. Maybe it is ending, or maybe you're just going through a hard time. Because I do feel like there is love. There is connection here in the future. With the Two of Cups. I did pull a card, actually, while I was shuffling earlier. And we have the World. Yeah, you are on the threshold of beginnings here, Aquarius. The World is all about completion and beginnings that happen as a result of that completion. This wholeness, this sense of wholeness. You are feeling very whole. And it's interesting, Aquarius, because I almost feel like maybe you are so secure, you are so safe. Perhaps in your home, in a relationship, in the arms of another, that you're finally processing or feeling something from the past. Sometimes that happens. We aren't able to process pain until we are safe to do so, until we're supported in that. And so don't be surprised if there is some emotions like this, but ultimately you are in a really good and beautiful place, Aquarius. And I really am like getting this full spectrum of emotion, I have to say. This honestly feels like, this is kind of a cliche, but this feels like the most beautiful reading I've ever done. Just the energy that's coming through is so pure. And you are moving forward. Maybe you are quite literally moving to another location, to another place. Maybe you are moving forward energetically or emotionally, leaving behind stormy waters, and there is land ahead of you. There's hope ahead of you. And it's like these cloudy skies are passing. And it's interesting that I kept seeing sunlight, because we have the Three of Swords, we have the Six of Swords. There are cloudy skies here, but in the Six of Swords, the clouds are starting to clear in the horizon, in your destination. And I am seeing this Queen of Wands, very sunny, at the bottom of the deck. We even have the sunflower here. Oh my God. And the sun comes out. The light is here. The radiance is here. The creative energy is here. The love is here. Even if you don't always see it, it's there. And this is the perspective shift I'm getting, where it's like you're almost seeing things outside of yourself, or like you're seeing things in a very deep way. And I don't even want to say outside of yourself. It's like you're so deep. It's like you're seeing yourself from within. You're seeing the world from within. Like, not the outside looking in, but from the in looking out. This perspective is helping you see the beauty that's always there. And it's like you're bottling this up. You're harnessing this. Maybe an idea is like literally infusing this kind of energy, these moments, with a crystal or something. So you can draw on that energy later. What is this sun about? King of Pentacles, glory, legacy, stability. It's like loving the process with the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you're doing that now. And even though this usually is about work, Aquarius, it's almost like you're just having this really delicious moment where everything is just hitting you so beautifully. You are falling in love with the process. That is the assignment. That is the lesson here. Some of you are working towards something that is going to give you a lot of stability, that's going to give people a lot of hope, or help people, and you're really going to prosper. Prosperity, grace, these are words that are really coming through quite strongly and resonantly. The Nine of Cups. There's just this moment where it's almost like things feel perfect. And I know that doesn't really exist. But it's like you're looking back and you see things so differently now. And there's almost like a little bit of a mischievous, what else do you have up your sleeve with this Nine of Cups? I feel like this is you. Your dream is coming true. Your dreams are coming true. And it's opening a whole lot of possibility, but it's also like, it's not just about you seeing only the light and denying the shadow, the pain. It's like you see beauty in all of it. And that in and of itself is so incredibly beautiful. You are just dazzling right now, Aquarius. I don't even really know what else to say. I hope this was resonant. I feel like there's almost more of an energy here that just kind of needs to be transferred. Is there any guidance or advice for Aquarius right now? Do what you love. Focus on what you love. Fall in love with the process. Be process-oriented as opposed to result-oriented, and that's going to give you prosperity and stability. Falling in love with life is going to line you up with things materially, emotionally, relationally, spiritually. Is there any advice? the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going back to the wild unknown for this. And we have the deer. Interesting. Deer imagery is really, really strong. And there is kind of this like gentle support here. So connect with the deer. Connect with deer energy. And this might be something that you are just doing, I actually want to say throughout the year, because they are very seasonal creatures. Like they quite literally transform with the seasons. And I mean, their behavior is very seasonal as well. But some of you are connecting with deer or cervid animals, that kind of family of animals. And they're kind of showing up as signs of peace, like there's synchronicity involving deer. Yeah, those are all the messages I have for you right now, Aquarius. I hope that this was inspiring for you. I hope this captured something for you. Definitely be sure to support this channel if this was helpful for you. Again, hype is very appreciated, and I guess it's something I need to be asking about. You can find all of my information in the description of this video. Now is a great time to snag a reading before May 1st, so you can get 15% off using that code, Great Awakener. And you can find that in the description of my video. It'll link you to my website where you can find that code. And I will see you all in the next video. I'm sending lots of love, blessings, and light your way. Take care, Aquarius.